deadline.
Welcome, Guybrush.
The voodoo lady! Boy, am I glad to see you. I've got so many questions.
There'll be time enough for questions later. But first, hand me the LeChuck Slayer.
The what?
The cursed cutlass of Kaflu. Now that LeChuck has been destroyed, the cutlass must be ritually dismantled in a soul-chilling voodoo ceremony to ensure that his evil never reawakens.
Yeah, about that. I tried to destroy LeChuck with the cutlass, but I had to make some last-second substitutions, and there were some complications.
What manner of complications?
Well, the cutlass didn't so much annihilate LeChuck as it turned him human. What? I couldn't believe it either. Personally, I think it's a trick.
The human LeChuck. This is troubling.
Can you help me?
I'll do as much as the fates allow, but I fear that you will not like what I have to say.
Can you help me get off Flotsam Island? I've got a ship, but it won't do me any good with these crazy winds.
The cards say no.
No? Can't you just wiggle your fingers and voodoo schmoodoo the winds to blow out?
What you ask is beyond my power, Guybrush.
Then what in the name of Satan's comb-over are you good for, you bloated old sea hag?
What was that?
That was the pox of LeChuck.
Who the what now?
The pox of LeChuck. When your improperly enchanted cutlass turned LeChuck into a human, all the evil voodoo juju within him had to go somewhere. Were you touching him at the time?
I was. Does that explain the antisocial behavior and the crude gestures?
Yes. Some of LeChuck's evil has seeped into your hand.
Do you have a cure?
No, but I know where you can find one.
I feel a piratey quest coming on.
To eliminate the pox of LeChuck, you must seek out La Esponja Grande.
The big sponge?
La Esponja Grande is no ordinary sponge, Treepwood. It is a legendary sea sponge with incredible voodoo exfoliating abilities, capable of absorbing limitless quantities of voodoo mojo.
Where can I find it?
I have never seen it myself, but a former friend of mine, Coronado de Cava, spent many years searching for it. I last saw him in the Jerkbait Islands. Take this locket to him, and tell him I vouch for your character.
I'll get right on it after I find Elaine.
That would be unwise, Guybrush. The pox of LeChuck must be eliminated before it spreads.
Whatever. Well, this has been disturbing, but I've got an island to escape, a wife to find, and apparently a giant voodoo-sucking sponge to hunt.
May the fates guide you, Guybrush Treepwood.
Knock, knock.
Guybrush, don't.
Who's there?
No.
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate. It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
You fool.
What?
I've spent months crafting a pyrite parrot of Petaluma, and you've ruined it before it was finished. Now I'll have to start all over.
Sorry. Hey, if you're done with this, can I have it?
Fine. It's of no use to me now.
Who's the studliest pirate in the whole wide world? It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate. Heh. What's this?
Ah, the spirits have guided you well. That is a bottle containing an ancient scroll left behind by the Vacalians. the former inhabitants of Flotsam Island.
Ancient scroll, huh? Do you think you can tell me anything about these messed up winds?
Perhaps, but first, you'll have to figure out how to break the unbreakable bottle I've sealed it in.
Unbreakable bottle? Why would you do that?
Some secrets are too dangerous to fall into mortal hands, Threepwood.
Anything else you want to tell me about this scroll in the bottle?
I purchased the scroll from a bitter old pirate named McGee. Make of that what you will.
Guess this thing fell off the roof when I had my little LeChuck episode. I should get shouty more often. Looks like the wind gods of Flotsam are pointing that way.
Hey there, Threepwood. Hey, you mind if I get your pirate on the street opinion about the death cloud?
Death cloud? Pox of LeChuck.
The Pox of LeChuck? Pox of LeChuck. Nah, too on the nose, not a pizzazz. Death cloud is punchy. More in your face, more, ooh, I'm gonna die. Well, I got sick pirates to interview. See ya.
I'm not sure whether this is late Rococo or early creepy. What a crummy sconce. I'd better pick this up before someone notices, trips over it.
Bonjour!
Hi there. Are you a doctor?
Mais oui, I am the Marquis de Singe, former court physician to King Louis himself. And who might you be?
Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Zut alors! Your hand.
Yeah, I seem to have come down with something.
This is fantastic! We must investigate at once! Très intéressant alors. And you say your sick little hand has a mind of its own?
Yeah, it keeps hitting people, making rude gestures, doing all sorts of stuff I'd never do. Well, not without a really good reason, anyway.
Fascinating.
So, can you fix it?
Monsieur Threepwood, you have my word as a former physician of the court of King Louis that by the time you leave here, your misanthropic hand will never trouble you again.
So, how did a dazzling urbanite like yourself wind up in a sleepy pirate island like Flotsam?
Ah, mon ami, that is a tale of triumph and tragedy. Many years ago, I was a young physician in the court of King Louis. Those were heady days, tending to the many ills of the aristocracy, navigating scandalous palace intrigues. I was a rising star in the scientific firmament.
And then?
A conspiracy of jealous scientists accused me of performing inhuman cross-breeding experiments with the Queen's poodles!
Scientists can be so catty.
The king was outraged and ordered me exiled on this deserted tropical island.
Deserted? Then you were the first?
Oui. Happily, my solitude was short-lived, as the merry winds of Flotsam have conspired to bring me many new pirate patients over the years.
Scientifically speaking, what do you think is the cause of these crazy winds swirling around Flotsam?
Ah, yes, the winds. Personally, I'm convinced that they are a rare but perfectly natural meteorological phenomenon caused by a Lagrange inversion of the atmospheric humors in the upper troposphere, causing a counter-cyclonic...
Forget I asked.